Welcome back to another episode of Cashing Out. I'm your host, Billy Alvaro, my co-host, Wayne Hartart, also my partner. We are Easy Sell Property Solutions, located right over here in Holbrook, New York. We are Long Island's #1 all-cash house buyer. You can find us online at easysell411.com or by phone 631-400-EASY. And don't forget to go on Facebook and like us, Easy Sell 411 on Facebook. You'll see us on there, and we're doing a ton of deals out here in Nassau, Suffolk, Queens, and Brooklyn. Cuz, how you doing today?
I'm doing phenomenal, Cuz. How are you?
I'm actually going to put you in a hot seat today.
Oh, boy.
Since a lot of people don't realize, I know you are my partner and we buy a ton of properties, but I don't think anybody out there knows that you are one of Long Island's #1 realtors when it comes down to listing properties and getting them sold for top dollar. You've done over 200 transactions in the last 18, 24 months, which is substantial.
Yeah, it is.
How many years have you been doing this?
Well, we've been a little over 5 years.
So you got your license about 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
And you're an associate broker, right?
Correct, yep.
So what's the difference between an associate broker and a realtor?
Well, basically, an associate broker is you have you went and got your broker's license, and you're working still below your corporate broker.
Okay.
Meaning I could go out, we could start our own brokerage if we go separately, or I could just be an associate broker under our particular broker, which is our attorney of record.
Okay. And so right now you have your license held with who?
Listing Pro Realty Services.
And they're located in?
They actually just moved back over to Smithtown, right in the Equity Building.
Okay, so we're in Smithtown.
Yeah,
now.
they just moved to Smithtown.
Good, very good. Very good. And so let's talk about, because we, as a cash buying company, we're buying right now, 15, 20 houses a month. But there's a lot of people that we're not buying their property. They call us up and they're in a situation where they could actually wait and sell for top dollar. They don't have any issues with C of Os. Their house is in mint condition. They don't have any permit issues. They don't have any violations. Their houses they're in really good condition. They call us. They do want to list and sell. And so we're now getting you involved as the realtor of record, your team actually, not you personally, but your team, because you have a team of 5.
Yep.
And so you're going out and you're listing these properties, and just explain what the process is like and how you're actually, because I don't know how you do what you do. You get top dollar for our properties when we sell, and I know you get top dollar for a lot of the sellers that are out there in Long Island when you list them. What's the process like, and then how do you go about getting these top dollars? And don't reveal all your secrets, because I don't want everybody out there to know exactly how you do it. But
basically, Bill, we have an aggressive team, so we always go in and we're realistic with all of the comps. We sit down and we do a listing presentation with the clients, and we're very realistic on apples to apples, what comps are going on and what's going on in the neighborhood. We do a very detailed analysis.
I saw the spreadsheet you put together in the booklet. You guys put together a really nice presentation when it comes down to figuring out what the house is going to be worth. And it takes a lot of time. Yeah. This isn't like a 5-minute thing that you go on the line and figure out. This takes you and sometimes a couple of hours.
No, not particularly. Because you can't just pull, most people learned it just to pull 3 comps. And we want to go outside of that. I want to pull more than 3 comps. I also want to show the sellers what's actually on the market and what's actually under contract. People forget those 2 things.
So you're looking at properties that sold.
Yep.
You're looking at stuff that's currently on the market and stuff that's currently on the contract.
And why do we do that, Bill? Because if things are under contract, we know what the buyers are willing to pay for now. So we could have these comps from maybe 2 or 3 months ago. They're phenomenal comps. We could have 2 colonials, 2 4-bedroom colonials, apples to apples. 3 months ago, this is what it sold for, and you got that same house. And now all of a sudden we have to look at what's under contract.
Right.
In the next 3 months, things could have changed.
Because the market always shifts.
Yeah, could have for the
Up,
worst
down,
or the better. It could
right.
be either way. So don't get me wrong, it's not always better. So that's one thing we want to look at. We want to see the next 3 houses, what they're under contract for, okay? And then we want to see what's on the market, where we're going next.
Because that gives you a lot of data information.
Well, it does, because now it's what are you up against, all right? Because now we have our team, and we want to now do our marketing strategies. And we're a little bit more aggressive with our marketing, and I want to get one very, very, very busy open house. Okay, so I want to know what I'm going up against.
I
That's
want to talk
important.
about
Most
the open
people-
house in the next segment, but because you have a whole process for that, and it's I can't believe how many people you actually get through the doors for these open houses. 50, 75, sometimes in excess of 100 people through the doors for the open house. It's phenomenal.
It is.
But your strategies for analyzing, because the key thing when you're going in to get these properties and to list is you listen to what the seller has an idea. You always want to get an idea of what they think the house is going to sell for. But then I notice what you do is you come in with a very elaborate process, and you show them the comps that they sold, the comps that are on the market, the comps that are currently under contract, and you have this presentation, and then how do you look to see like the square footage, the pool, if the houses are renovated, not renovated? Like, what's your process for that?
Oh, absolutely. So that's everything. So we have to take into consideration the lot size, the size of the home, the condition of the home, when the renovations were done, and then all exterior features.
All
Now,
the
there could be
amenities.
pools. Yeah. So now we're talking pools and certain things. Now everybody out there always says, okay, I got an in-ground pool and I've got surround system in my house that should be worth another $30,000. That's always a challenge.
Yeah, there's some people who think like that.
That's always a challenge. But usually, if I'm able to do where we're at, and that's basically showing them the legitimate comps, showing them actually then what's under contract and what's available, that's usually enough for them to start opening up their eyes a little bit more and saying, okay, this is where they're going to go with this. Then what I can do is I can always show them how aggressively we list the properties, and I could show them the data of what I'm getting above the majority of my list prices.
Yeah, because I've noticed when you put out the listing, you're not going very low, but you're putting them out at a number that's going to get a lot of eyeballs on it, and then you're generally, not all the time, but more times than not, you're getting a number that's higher than what they expected to get initially for the property, substantially.
Yeah. So our team is a little bit more aggressive when it comes to that list price, which you just said, which is a good point. I'd rather list, let's just say if the comp is $300,000, that's where it shouldn't sell. I'd rather list a little bit lower than that, maybe $290,000, $289,000. I just throw a figure number.
So let me stop you there, because a lot of home sellers would have a hard time with that.
Yeah. So
because they think you're trying to lowball it just to get rid of the property.
Yeah,
but the strategy is actually it works because you get more for the property.
Yeah. So we have to have supporting documentation for that. So they have to see exactly all the times I've listed and then sold above list price. But let's just say, back to that example, we list for a couple $1,000s less than where we should be. If you do it and you're aggressive and I can get them on board, usually I can have enough people there to create that sense of urgency on that first open house where I'm going to wind up going over that 300 mark, and all of a sudden now it's up to 330, 340, and we got a bidding war.
Tremendous.
And that's our strategy. That's different.
And I've seen that. I've seen you get 10% higher, not from the list, but 10% higher from what we thought it was actually going to sell. Your example, you listed for $289. We think it's going to sell for $3, and you get me offers on my properties, our properties, for $330, $335, $350. Yes, craziness.
Yeah, it's good, and that's a test to the aggressiveness with the listing, and then when we let people in the house and how we market for those 2 weeks when we first get on the market. So there's a whole another piece there.
The marketing strategy is phenomenal that we put out there for these properties. So let me ask you, if they want to sell their house for cash, obviously they can sell to us, Easy Sell Property Solutions. They can go online. They can fill out on the website, easysell411.com. They can call us at 631-400-EASY. They can go to the Facebook at Easy Sell 411. If they want to list their property, there's a lot of people out there that they have a situation, they have no situation. They can wait for the market to get the number that they want. They want to align themselves with a quality realtor. How could they get in touch with you? What do they do?
They could email me. So first I'll give you Wayne, WAYNE, at easysell411.com.
Right.
Or you can reach out to my assistant, Belinda. That's Belinda, BELINDA, at maxreturnsrei.com, MAXRETURNSREI.com. Or you can reach her direct at 631-619-5478.
5478.
That's our direct line.
Yeah, and so you have a whole team that assists you, because I know years back you were doing this all by yourself, and I always like using this line. I'm surprised you still have your hair, because there was a lot of work that you were doing. But you now designed a team. You have a team of 5 people. You have a transaction coordinator. You have other realtors that support you with listings, with showings, with selling. I mean, that's a very important part when you're selling a property.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts here now. We have about 4 agents that are working direct for us. We have a transaction coordinator. We've got a runner now.
Right.
That's doing that, and then we got a team of junior realtors that are coming up next that are going to start working our open houses and working all our leads.
But see, it's important because a lot of folks out there that are listing their properties, when they're listing with an agent, most of the time they're getting an agent. They're getting one person, and they're getting one person who has to do it all. And so the struggle when you're dealing with one is that one person might have 30 clients, and he gets or she gets overwhelmed with the amount of calls. In your case, because you've been able to build a team, because you're modeling your real estate company after what we did with the investment company, you're duplicating yourself, you're hiring quality people, you're delegating out, and you're building a team. It's really important. If you're going to list with anybody, whether it's with Wayne and his team or somebody else, always look to list with somebody who has a team behind them. Yeah. Very important for the people who are choosing a realtor to look for a team.
Yeah, and that's like anything. Your back office staff is so important for our business, for any business. There's so many people that are key to that. Your transaction coordinators, your runners, everyone that's there is so important. So yeah, our team is huge, and you could still get in touch with me. That just because we have a team does not mean I'm not still hands on. It just means that certain things I have to have some of the best on my team handle for me so that I can get out there.
The art of delegation.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, so listen, if you have a house that you want to sell, if you want to get a fast, fair, all-cash offer, hassle-free, and not have to list it with the realtor and go through the stresses and struggles of putting on the market and having the open house and having people go through, if you have a situation, maybe you are behind on your mortgage, maybe you have violations, maybe you just getting divorced, maybe the house is a complete disaster. In those cases, Easy Sell Property Solutions, the easy way out, is the way to go. It's the fastest, easiest, most hassle-free way to sell your property. If that's the case, call us at 631-400-EASY. Visit us on Facebook at Easy Sell 411 or go online at easysell411.com. However, if you have a house that you want to sell, that you want to list, and you want top dollar, and you have no issues with it, and you want to put it in the market and get top for it, I want you to list it with Wayne. Wayne at Listing Pros. Give him a call at 631-619-5478. We'll be right back right after these messages.